This is the drive home with
Zach,
Alfie,
and TT for the Millwall drive home. Driving home from the Hawthorns, where it finished. West Bromwich Albion 1.
Millwall
1.
Yes, good point on the road against top of the table West Bromwich Albion. A battling, hard-fought, great defensive performance, to be honest. Loads of quality balls into the box by West Brom today, and we dealt with nearly everything. Obviously, they scored a goal from a cross and got a penalty from one, so we didn't deal with everything, but we fought like absolute lions today, and it was a performance that we really needed to see, and we looked so dangerous on the counter-attack. Shea Ojo coming in, Jed Wallace obviously lively as he normally is. I'm driving away very happy with a point, and potentially we could have got all three. Obviously, we haven't been here for a couple of weeks. Zach and I and the family, we've been on holiday in Spain, and funny enough, I'm going to Spain for another 5 days coming up next week. But I'm only going to miss the Swansea game, which is a bit of a disappointment because I'd like to have gone after that performance. I was speaking to Phil Clark on Twitter. I weren't on Twitter. I was speaking to him at the game, and he said he wanted the performance from the boys to kind of give him some motivation to go to Swansea. And I personally think that watching that would have given me all the motivation I need to make my way there if I weren't going away. I was very impressed with the line today. Boys, what were your initial thoughts about the game?
Well, I mean, we looked like we were the Premier League side, not them today. I think we did. Well, Danny Ballard at the back was amazing today. He was winning all of them in the air. But anyway, we come out of that game thinking 1 point is perfect. I said before the game, 1 point and we'll take it. Coming away from the Hawthorns, old Premier League team. Of course, Alisson scored the header against them, but
that was last year. We started with I think one change from the Blackpool game, with Shea Ojo coming in for the injured Bielikowski, another injury for Millwall. Started off with Bartosz Bielikowski in goal, a back three of Daniel Ballard, Jake Cooper and Murray Wallace. Right wing back was Billy Mitchell, left wing back was Scott Malone. We had kind of a midfield two in front of them with Kefton Beld and George Saville. Kind of two wide players in front of him, with Shea Ojo and Jed Wallace, with Matt Smith ploughing a lone figure normally up front, working his nuts off, but not running as much as Zach wanted him to do. I'm sure we'll go into that. Let me look at the positives straight away before we go into anything else. Bartosz Bielikowski, absolutely superb performance from him. Done nearly everything he couldn't have done anything with a goal. It was a very good header. I thought Billy Mitchell at right wing back, playing in a position that's not his natural position. He's a central midfielder. Stood in very well against some very, very lightning quick West Bromwich Albion players. Daniel Ballard, like Zach mentioned, absolutely superb at the back. And I was really impressed with, I'm looking forward to seeing Shea Ojo's pace, because he absolutely has got pace to burn. And we are set up always to counter-attack teams, and we've done that really, really effectively today, certainly second half. And we looked like we was going to score a goal on quite a few of our breakaways. The first chance fell to, ironically, Billy Mitchell about just outside the box. He struck it. He's kind of mishit it and it's gone straight to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper is expected to save it. And there's Sam Johnston also at the other end. An England goalkeeper, a very very good goalkeeper, and he played well today. Saves well there. We then have another chance with Jed Wallace just pipping in and putting the ball over the top of the net. Dieng had West Brom's first chance. He kind of, the only real time where we kind of someone got in behind us. He got in behind us down our left side and shanked his shot beyond the post. And the game was kind of flittering in and out with no real big chances. West Brom dominating possession, but us looking very dangerous on the break. Not like I said, we didn't create much in the first half in terms of chances after that. And obviously the big decision of the first half goes into injury time. Just before the penalty that came from a corner, Bart does well to tip the ball over the net. It kind of bundled around, and you're thinking we're going to concede a cheap goal. We didn't.
He had
Bart,
to go like that.
Yeah, he just kind of.
So it's Dieng Gala.
Yeah, and he's got Dieng on the back of his shirt, so that's why I was calling him that. from the resulting corner, we've kind of got a little bit done by a short corner, a good run in by the I wasn't sure who got on the end of the ball, but he's just got in between Wallace and Keftenbeld, and Keftenbeld's probably just tripped him up, done enough contact. It seemed a cheap penalty, but from where we're sitting or standing, it was probably a penalty. And then Bartman does a fantastic save. To be fair, I say it's a fantastic save. I said to the boys that it was at a savable height. You know, it's perfect for a goalkeeper to dive and push it away, and he did, and there was nothing from the rebound, and literally that was it got knocked out for what would have been a corner, but that was half time, and I felt that we deserved to go in at half time, at least all level. We done really well in that first half. Second half, obviously, you kind of expected a bit of an onslaught from West Brom, and we did sit deeper and deeper as the game went on, which kind of helped us with the break. But you've got to be disappointed with the goal that was conceded. It was a cut back, a beautiful cross, and like I said earlier, the ball's into the box, so you could see it. You know, from the angle behind the goal that we had, the absolute quality that West Brom have from wide into the box. But they didn't really have too many players that would get on the end of it in an attacking sense. Obviously, their centre backs got on the end of this one and has done really well and looped it up over Bart to put them 1-0 up. And you think it was going to be a tough thing, because maybe West Brom would have sat back a little bit more after taking the lead against us. They didn't. They still tried to push forward, and that ultimately was their undoing, because we could catch them on the break. We created a chance where just after the goal, Murray Wallace could have made it. Was that before their goal or after? Or after? I think it was after their goal, where the balls fell to Murray Wallace a little bit like it did in the Everton FA Cup match, just on the edge of the.
He was more off balance.
Yeah, he was off balance. He tried to stretch for it, and he's put it wide to the right. And you think it's probably not going to be our day. We're not going to get on the score sheet. But we then had a corner played in. It was cleared, but then goes to Jed. And what Jed, again, I was saying about West Brom's delivery, Jed's delivery today from wide was absolutely superb. The second ball, not from the corner, but the second ball, he's got on the end of it and from a tight angles crossed it to the back post, and Ballard has absolutely leaped like a salmon and not, well, it's kind of looped the ball a little bit like Bartley's header, looped the ball over the goalkeeper. The away end, we went absolutely mental. You know, there was a bit of spice in the ground today, a little bit of action outside that we didn't see. It was half time.
50p's getting thrown.
Yeah, we had a 50p thrown at us because of after they scored, but you know, I was going to pocket it, but because of COVID I didn't. But thanks for the change anyway. You're 50p short, and hopefully you know, you got them two literally landing right next to me. So fortunately, you didn't hit these two. But you're going to get.
Would have had a 50. You're
going to get pricks at football that want to do stuff like that. But that made it 1-1, and from then I felt that we kind of, I wouldn't say grew into the game, but we got more confident on the break. And when we, like I said, we created the next opportunity as well with Shea Ojo, a really good play by, really good break. It fell to him. Bit of a defensive mishap where they didn't clear the ball. Shea Ojo's got in between the defender and the goalkeeper. But to be fair, Johnson's made a really good save. He's tried to kind of bend it in, hasn't he, boys?
Yeah.
Do you remember it, the Ojo chance?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of tried to bend it in, and he's not really got there. Johnson's made a good save, and it's come out to Malone. I don't think done anything with it. Do you want to say your man of the match, boys?
Well, Alfie can go first.
Go on, Alf. Who's your man of the match?
I would say mine's Keftenbeld for his good defensive work and obviously the goal.
Okay, yeah, Keftenbeld for Alf. I can't really disagree with that. Do you know, Keftenbeld had a really tough game. You know, he battled in the middle. I felt that he dominated Jake Livermore, and that's not often said. You know, normally Jake Livermore dominates games against us. He really didn't do that today. I felt it was a game with no midfield. It felt like it was end to end the whole time. And what they done poorly, I felt, for a team at the top of the league, I didn't think they looked that dangerous through the middle. We didn't give them nothing through the middle, so everything had to come from wide, which we really ate up. Zach, who's your man of the match today?
Well, mine today was Daniel Ballard. I mean, he was just stunning at the back. I think, like, the goal was obviously stunning, and
absolutely no nonsense, wasn't he?
I would say he's our new Cooper. He wins everything in the air.
I knew Cooper, even though we still got Cooper.
Yeah, but
and I think Murray Wallace stepped in really well today. You know, we're still missing Hutch, who's one of the best centre backs in the division. So still missing Hutch, but to have Murray Wallace step in really well. I felt, like I said, Billy Mitchell had an excellent game at right wing back, didn't make any mistakes other than a stupid booking that he picked up, which could have cost him, and maybe that's why he got subbed. And I think Ryan Leonard done really well when he came on for Billy, won a few headers which were important late on. I'm going to say my man of the match now, and purely because if you save a penalty in a game that's 0-0 and we go in just before half time, I think it would have been really difficult to come back from that. Bartosz Bielikowski today done what he needed to do, saves a penalty, and for me, other than him and Daniel Ballard, he could have been a tied man of the match. I felt they'd done really well. I like Smith, battled hard, didn't really get much. Ojo's pace is going to frighten teams in the Championship with him and Wallace on either side. Maybe with Mason Bennett, if we play a front two and have Ojo behind that he can sprint round. We've got some options now. We do need to pick up some wins. We haven't done enough to pick up wins, but to go away to a team at the top of the table that have just come down from the Premier League, that are expected to go straight back up with probably Fulham, I'm happy with the point. Boys, you happy with the point today?
Definitely.
It was a game it was charged full of emotion. The penalty save and the goal. It's good to have football properly back. It was a decent atmosphere.
Full house.
It seemed like a full house. Obviously, we didn't sell our full allocation, but I think we sang well, and we did what we could do. I won't be at Swansea, but Zach's going to be ball boy, funny enough, and hopefully Alfie is. I'm going to have to get onto the ball boy fella and ask if Alf can do it as well. But we'll be back next Saturday. Mill obviously away to Swansea on Tuesday night, where I hope to see a similar performance from this performance. It's hard to do that 2 games in a row against 2 big teams, but I'm never back against our Lions. No, only one way to end it, isn't there, boys?
Yep.
No one likes us.
We don't care.